So the Pittsburgh Steelers have a major decision to come up with this offseason. Either you're going to re-sign old-ass Russell Wilson to probably a short-term deal, or you're going to re-sign young blood Justin Fields and build the offense in the future around him. First of all, hit that like button, turn on notifications, hit that subscribe button, as we finna deep dive into what the Steelers need to do this upcoming offseason and decide which quarterback is going to be on their team, because they're both not going to be on the roster. I don't see it happening. I believe Russell's either going to stay on the Steelers and go get paid, or he's going to get paid from another team. Look out for the Las Vegas Raiders. And Justin Fields also, there's going to be teams also interested in him. There's still teams out there that need quarterbacks, and Justin Fields is a good option. So let's go on and recap on what happened this past year. First, Justin Fields, when he started for the Pittsburgh Steelers, when Russell Wilson had an injury, and he was playing pretty good. Now they was limited in the passing game because Justin Fields was missing certain reads, but let's be honest, this is probably the best team that he's played with his whole NFL career, and that's saying much because he came from the sorry-ass Chicago Bears, who's never developed a quarterback. That's why they needed to bring in a Ben Johnson helped by Caleb Williams. But Justin Fields was excellent in the running game with him. He used his legs a lot. He did miss George Pickens quite a few times. He did miss some of their valuable receivers that they do have. But like I said, Arthur Smith loves having a mobile quarterback. We've seen up in Atlanta when he failed to use Bijan Robinson, failed to use Kyle Pitts, and he failed to use Drake London. But he does love using mobile quarterbacks, and the offense was rolling. But soon as Justin Fields came out, because the last game he played was against the Dallas Cowboys, and he lost that game. Then turn around, here came Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson started making the passing game a lot more better. You seen George Pickens starting to make spectacular plays. You seen other the receivers, they were starting to make plays, and they were still great in the running game with the Najee Harris. But you started to see Jaylen Warren had a lesser role. That's thanks to Arthur Smith, and also you started to see more Cordell Patterson. Like I said, another Arthur Smith mistake, but I think Russell Wilson, as the year started to go on, he started to get more comfortable with the offense and the players. The offense was rolling. You looked up, the Pittsburgh Steelers, arguably, that was the second or third best team in the AFC. And they was on a high when they beat the Baltimore Ravens, when they had King Henry rolling, Lamar was rolling, and they went in Pittsburgh and they beat them. We all knew what type of year this was going to be for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But unfortunately, going towards the end of the season, they started to tail off. You started to see, bro, they lost like 5 straight games, including the playoffs, where they got blown out by the Baltimore Ravens. Part of that is on Russell Wilson. He did start to play bad. The play did start to slip. And yeah, they would implement Justin Fields in certain little packages here and there. But it was just too much going on. Because if you have one quarterback, you got a quarterback. If you got 2 quarterbacks, you got no quarterback. That's the old saying, and I still believe in it. Because it was way too much going on in Pittsburgh, and then it's a report that Arthur Smith and Russell Wilson was beefing. It was butting heads. Russell Wilson wants to run the offense a certain kind of way, and Arthur Smith wants to build the offense around Justin Fields because he's a mobile quarterback. Russell Wilson is not moving past a snail. That man is slow as hell. He's what, in his mid-30s now? The let Russ cook, that shit is done. There ain't no more let Russ cook. It's game manage Russ. Russ, don't burn down the kitchen, Russ. Russ, don't burn up the meal. Hey, Russ, we got a 5-star meal coming up. Don't mess it up now, because the defense was playing lights out damn near all year long. From Joey Porter, Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, getting Patrick Queen from the Baltimore Ravens, a division rival, that defense was still great. You still had Micah Fitzpatrick back there as your safety quarterback in the secondary. So the defense was doing their job, but the offense started to slack, and they didn't pick the slack up. And the defense, it puts them in a precarious situation because now they have to continue to carry the team year after year after year. This goes back to when Ben Roethlisberger was past his prime, going back to even when in 2020 when they was like 11-0, but then they started to tail off because at the end of the day, the offense is mediocre and the defense is the one that's winning you games. We're at a time now, defense can win you some games, they ain't gonna win you all the games. The offense has to put points up on the board, and the Pittsburgh Steelers started to struggle putting offensive points up on the board. And you can also look at George Pickens, him being immature, him quitting on certain routes, him not blocking in the run game, him also not really taking the game as serious as he should with his exceptional talent. And like I said, I think Russell Wilson, if I was him, I think I would leave the Pittsburgh. Because Arthur Smith ain't going nowhere. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. He ain't going nowhere. And for him and Arthur Smith to butt heads like that, I think he needs to go make a call up to Pete Carroll up in the Las Vegas Raiders. Because I believe it'd be an excellent fit. Pete Carroll is going to bring a foundation. He's going to bring structure to that organization. And Russell Wilson should follow. Go to beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, and go on and go play for Pete Carroll up in Pittsburgh. And I believe the Pittsburgh Steelers need to stick with Justin Fields and re-sign him because, let's be honest, he's gonna come for cheap. You ain't finna pay him, get a man $100 million. You're not finna do that. And you damn sure weren't finna give Russell Wilson, if you did re-sign him, $100 million. He's up in age, like I said, he's in his mid-30s, and it's time for the Pittsburgh Steelers to take this quarterback situation seriously because you have an elite defense. And one thing I know about football, you're not going to have an elite defense for a long time. You have a very short window because eventually guys are going to want to get paid. And the Pittsburgh Steelers need to figure out this quarterback situation because ever since Ben Roethlisberger has walked out that door, they have not found a replacement. And it's time. And it could be Justin Fields to be that quarterback for the future because they don't have a high draft pick because they're always in the playoffs. You're not going to get a quarterback in the 20s. You're not going to look up and find you an Aaron Rodgers and all that in the 20s or Lamar Jackson. You're just not. That's just not going to happen. You have a good young quarterback in Justin Fields who will continue to progress, continue to get better. You need to start off by re-signing Najee Harris. You need to use him a little bit more in the running game because he's an excellent running back that is physical, can run in between the tackles. And don't disrespect the Cordell Patterson, but you're past the time, my boy. Let Jalen Warren go on there and go hit his head on the goalpost. That man is a one hit away from going to go score a touchdown. So the fact that Arthur Smith had basically took him out and was using Cordell Patterson as that second running back to Najee Harris, no. He didn't even use the tight end, and Pittsburgh Steelers have really good tight ends. They're good in the run blocking game, but they need to be used more in the passing game. And George Pickens needs to grow the hell up. It's time. Because I don't know what's going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers wide receivers. You go back to AB. You go back to Chris Claypool. You go back to hell, even Mike Wallace. Even though Mike Wallace wasn't as a problem as the problems that George Pickens, AB, and Chris Claypool, hell, even Deontay Johnson, his ass can't sit down. He's had 5 teams over the past 12 months. That means you are the problem, my boy. It ain't them, it's you. So Mike Tomlin does need to reel it under control because George Pickens has exceptional talent. I'm talking about the talent where he can be a true number 1 wide receiver because on Pittsburgh, he is a number 1 wide receiver. But his game can go to another level if he gets his mind right. If he don't get his mind right, he's going to find his another team. And there's been reports that the Steelers may move on from George Pickens, even though I don't see it happen. I think he's going to stay put. Mike Tomlin does love the kid, but like I said, he has to grow the hell up. And as soon as he does that, his game is going to go to another level. But I do believe the Steelers should bring back Justin Fields, give him like a 3-year deal, make it prove it. Ain't going to be a whole bunch of money. Probably go back from what the $60 to the $80 million range because you're still going to have money also to put on your other pieces on your offense, not the defense. The defense is set. Hell, if you want to, you can draft on the defense. But in the free agency, I think they need to go offense. You need to go get you some more wide receivers. It can't just be George Pickens. Go get you a number 2. I heard there's been rumblings about Davante Adams going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I don't really think that'll be a good fit. Davante Adams is a win now kind of guy. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a win defense, but they don't have a win now offense. And Davante Adams and George Pickens on the same team together, nah, I'm cool. We seen what happens when Davante Adams don't get the ball, don't get the rock like he's supposed to, and he runs routes and he gets open. And like I said, we've seen Justin Fields miss certain reads. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Would y'all keep Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh and let Justin Fields walk, or bring Justin Fields back? Or would you let Russ walk because he ain't cooking no more? He's all burned down the kitchen. And would you bring back Justin Fields as the future, or would you just move on from him altogether? So let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment in the comment section. Like the video. Y'all be smooth. I'll see y'all next time.